Okay, I'm back and went over to the parts store, and we got a couple of different models out, and we compared, and we finally got one that is the same as the one that is here. The other one, if you remember, that portion was angled a little bit different, and we talked about that. We said it would probably work, but I would much rather it be like the one that came off. So what we are going to do now is I'm going to unravel all this crap, and you can see by these connectors right there, these crimp style connectors, that this has had a fuel pump put on it once before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut all this stuff, get it out of the way. Let's see, trying to find a good spot to cut it at. And of course there is probably as good as any. And of course strip the wires, because what we are going to do is we're just going to solder the wires together. Yeah, it might not look like I know what I'm doing cutting this, but actually this blade is getting kind of dull. Oh well, imagine that. And that should separate. The wire still looks good. And I will do just a mock-up for now, just to check to make sure it fits, and it fits. Well, I might as well go ahead and put it together. One bolt is just a little bit off. The sun is starting to go down for the day, which means I'm going to have to get with it. If I want to get this done tonight, in which I do. Ratchet stuck. There we go. And I'm not going to attach that too tight just yet. Go ahead and put the cinder on. Like that. Yeah, that works. And probably what I'll do here is I'll just solder this together and wrap it around with some zip ties. Okay, that works. And for now, there we go. I'm just going to unhook the cinder just to have it out of the way. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll probably just take some zip ties and tie it around, something like into that fashion. I don't know just yet. Haven't figured that out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut the ends of these off. A little more. There we go. And I'm going to strip that down just a little bit. It's finally cooled off some. Today's been warmer than it had been most of the week. I don't like how that's stripped. Yeah, I got plenty to play with. So I'm going to cut it and try it again. I cut into the wires is what happened. It's a common mistake. There we go. And the other one. And we were set. Now attach the sending unit. As soon as I remember how it goes. It helps. Make an adjustment to the camera there real quick. At least I didn't break anything that time. Oops. And go ahead and tighten these down. And that should be ready to install now. Well, almost. And just loop this around somehow. Doesn't have to be perfect. But something like that should work. And I will go and put me a zip tie so I can tie this up in some kind of manner. I had one. And of course, that's all I really need anyway. And I will just wad this up around kind of like that, in that manner. Something like that, to that degree. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it'd be something like that. Kind of had to abbreviate some stuff here. My memory cards are all getting full, I don't have an empty one right now, so I don't know how much of this I'll actually get. That's not good. These things can be a pain in the behind sometimes. Just a little more. Almost. This is how you do it. You just have to go around. And that should do it. As you can see, you just have to drive this ring back around. Now the only thing left is to hook the connections up, and well, to put it under the truck and hook the connections up. Well, I had to skip over a few things, but I went ahead and have the tank in. There it is, yeah. And hooked up all the hoses and everything and checked it. And of course it does work. I'll go ahead and do a start for you. It's on the front tank. And it starts. Don't want to run it very much because there is not hardly any gas in the tank. But anyways, fuel pump installation went out about a year ago. So, sorry that I had to cut a few parts out of it. But thanks for watching anyway.